Welcome everyone. It's been exactly 31 days of driving for Lyft and Uber. I did take a break on Wednesday, 13th, so that day didn't count. But as of right now, it's St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2024. I have driven for Uber and Lyft for 31 days. So let's take a look at the week by week of how I've been doing. So far, we have Uber here shown. $909 this week on Uber, 822 last week, 1,000 the week before, 1,200, 1,241, and that first week 942. Now let's go to the Lyft app and take a look at my earnings there. All right, so for Lyft, I earned their sign up bonus by completing 180 trips. So I got 600 dollars as a bonus, as you can see here. So this week, regular fares and tip made up around $300, 330, and then the rest was from bonuses. The week before, 600. The week before that, 600. And the first week that we did Lyft was around 500. So let's take a look at the total earnings. And here we'll take a look at it. I updated my tracker to show a lot of different information. So let's talk about the 31 days that I have been driving on Uber and Lyft. For total mileages, I put on 6,665 miles. I was in the car for almost 288 hours, and I was actively driving to or with a passenger for 227 hours. Utilized 79% of my time. I mean, active hours divided by online hours was 79%. I did a total of 655 trips. I grossed $7,191. I spent $1,574 on gas. So that's direct out-of-pocket expense. Projected insurance cost and was $155. Projected maintenance costs like oil change and tires was $267. So I net a total of $5,195 after all those out-of-pocket expenses, and then you maybe add in the promotion onto that as well to 678. So I earned a total of, 5,195 plus 678, $5,873. That's what I received in my pocket after paying out all those out-of-pocket expenses. So basically, I kept 72% of my earnings. I got almost 200 tips, 199 tips. And of that, 880 was how much tips I got, which comprised 12% of my gross earnings. On average, 30% of my trips gave me a tip. Let's take a look at my averages for some of the other stats. Average mile per trip was 10.2. Average gross per trip was $10.98. Active minutes per trip was 21 minutes average. Grossed an average of $1.08 per mile. Average gross online hours earned was $25 per hour. Average gross per active hour is $32 per hour. And average net per online hours, this is after all the out-of-pocket expense, was around $18 per hour. And out of Uber and Lyft, Uber was 68% of my trips, and Uber was 67% of my gross earnings. Let's take a look at a few other. There's this Octopus app I have. It's from the Octopus tablet that I put in my car. It's essentially people can do like trivia questions and whatnot on it, and for every trip that I take and every time they're interacting with the tablet, I get points. So you can see here I got a total of 449 lifetime points, and I've earned $50 so far. So just for putting a tablet in the car on the back of the passenger side headrest, I get $50 for pretty much just driving around and doing whatever I do. All right, now let's take a look back at the spreadsheet that I have. Let's look how my average day sort of goes. So here we have daily average. So averaging all the days that I've driven so far, I average around 215 miles per day on my car, around 21 trips, gross $232. I'm in the car around 9 hours, and I'm driving 7 of those hours. And let's take a look at some of the daily averages on a day-by-day basis. So here we have Mondays numbers, Tuesdays numbers, Wednesdays numbers, Thursday numbers, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now this shows that I make the most on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, grossing 200 on Friday, 315 on Saturday, and 345 on Sundays. I'm doing the most trips and also putting the most hours into it during those days. During the weekdays, regular weekdays, the lowest grossing is on Thursday, and then followed by Tuesday. So what that shows is that if I ever want to take a day off to do other things, taking a Tuesday or Thursday off would be the best choice, because those days right now are having the least amount of gross income that I'm getting. So at the pace that I'm going, assuming that I earned gross $232 per day, if I work for the entire year and I take, let's say, a month off, so that's 365 minus 30. So that means I'll be driving for 335 days. Multiply that by 232, and we get 77,720. That's how much I can expect to gross in a year at the current driving schedule. Now, the one thing that I haven't encountered so far are those additional bonuses or quests for Uber and Lyft. So I haven't had any of those data pop up yet, which would further increase my earnings. And I also signed up for a new service. I'm not going to tell right now, but if successful, that should bump up my pay rate on a day-to-day basis as well. All right, so this is how it's been for the first 31 days of driving for Uber and Lyft. I hope to see you guys next time. And like and subscribe if you want to continue to follow me along on my journey as a rideshare driver.